Space may be the final frontier, but I'll confess that I'm equally interested in what's happening at the bottom of the ocean. I'm a big fan of games like In the Hunt, Aqua Kitty, and the aquatic adventures of The Last Human. Shooters that take us out of the stars and send us deep underwater. Earth Atlantis is a brand new game that not only sends us to the deepest, darkest depths, but it also throws in dozens of exciting boss fights. It's an action-packed shooter on a console that's in desperate need of this type of game. Set in a future where most of our cities, buildings, and monuments have been destroyed by an apocalyptic event known as the Great Climate Shift, Earth Atlantis sends us underwater to fight off the giant mechanical sea life and explore the remnants of the once thriving planet. We're told that there are hunters lost in the West Sea, so it's up to us to set out on an adventure to save the stranded and kill the monsters. We do this in a dinky submarine that hardly seems up for the job. The goal is to explore the surroundings and locate crates filled with helpful items, all while we kill enemies and power up our weapons. Once we've maxed out the submarine stats and snagged the powerful secondary attacks, it's off to fight more than 24 massive boss encounters and find the missing hunters. It may not be the most original formula, but Earth Atlantis proves to be a surprisingly deep shoot-'em-up with loads of content. What I like about this type of underwater shooter is the pacing is often a little slower than what we normally see from the genre. Our little submarine is agile enough to dodge bullets and stay out of trouble, but it kinda lumbers around and takes its time turning positions. I ended up really liking the pace and the speed. Look, it's hard to call any shoot-'em-up relaxing, but Earth Atlantis isn't as in-your-face intense as some bullet hell shooters. There's a nice mix of exploration and explosive action. I also love the look of the world. The unique, old sketching visual style is the first thing you'll notice, obviously, but I ended up loving the ruined landscapes that sit just out of reach in the backgrounds. It's a beautiful, yet lonely landscape where everybody's hopes and dreams have sunk to the bottom of the ocean to never be seen again. We see destroyed buildings, iconic monuments, and all the trappings of civilization we take for granted. All this would have been captivating even without the stylish art design, but that certainly helped set it apart from all the other shooters on the market. Unfortunately, the art design ended up being something that annoyed me over time. Don't get me wrong, I love the look of the game, but the style felt like it held the graphics back from being more diverse. There's a real sense of sameness that permeates this entire game, and it started to get to me after extended plays. That said, the backgrounds are amazing, and I like that it doesn't look like most games, but it's also hard to see a lot of the white bullets with this art style. This is a game built around one exciting boss fight after another, and it mostly gets that right. I had a great time with the large majority of the battles, but there are a few I never want to play again. The problem comes when you run into one of the bosses that can kill you in a single unexpected hit. This is counter to the way the rest of the game plays, and losing 100% of your health out of nowhere is beyond frustrating. It's even worse when you're forced to spend 10 or 15 minutes regaining your lost powers and tracking down hidden crates. The repetition of power-ups is slow and boring, and it's easily the worst part of this game. It's a shame there's not a way to quickly replay those especially difficult boss fights. Despite a few frustrating boss battles, I liked exploring the underwater world of Earth Atlantis. This is a surprisingly long shooter with a striking visual style and all kinds of ships to unlock. Best of all, there are 2 unique modes that'll keep you coming back long after you've hunted every last monster. This is yet another exciting game that reminds us that submarine shoot-'em-ups are almost always great. Hey, thanks for watching our review. So this was supposed to go up yesterday, but they've been putting a new roof on the Defunct Games offices over the last few days, and it's just been nothing but construction sounds. As a result, we're here with a rare Saturday review. Just don't get used to it. But enough complaining, because we have a huge week ahead of us. There's going to be a massive announcement coming at noon Pacific time on Monday, and then reviews of Silvio 2 and more. I recommend you click the subscribe button and support what we're doing here. Until then.